Hello, welcome to the National Literacy Agency online storytelling program. Today I have a story from Africa, from the African jungles for you. The title of this story is The Hunter and the Leopard. It is a story about cruelty, a story about payback. So it is story time. You look and you listen. Well done. Once upon a time there was a hunter, and he hunted the fiercest wild animals, lions, tigers, leopards. The thrill of that danger was like a drug to the hunter. Every day he would drag his kill to the village for the villagers to see, and he would boast and shout, "Am I not the best hunter in the village?" And the villagers nodded, and they said, "Yes, yes you are." Sometime in spring he decided to take time off from hunting. He wanted to find himself a wife. He wanted to have children. So he married, and 9 moons later his wife gave birth to a beautiful and healthy baby boy. He was so happy, he was so pleased, and he told his visitors, "We will celebrate together during the naming ceremony of my son. I will kill a cub and offer it to the gods, so everybody will remember the naming ceremony." The villagers just looked at each other, and they looked at the hunter. Taking a cub from a leopard? That is very dangerous. The leopard would kill you. "Are you sure you will do that?" they asked. Yes, I will," said the hunter. And the next day he trekked off to track the tracks of a leopard and her cub. There he was in the deep, dark jungle. It took him a whole week to find the tracks of a leopard and her cubs. There, in a very dark cave, was the leopard. The man was very quiet. He was as quiet as night. He hid downwind, so the leopard will not smell man. He waited and waited patiently until the leopard went hunting. When she did go hunting, he went into the cave, and he found 2 cubs. He cubbed the cubs, and he put them in a sack, and he ran out of the cave and out of the jungle until he came to his hut. He built a cage and put the cubs there, ready for the killing, for the child's ceremony, for his son naming ceremony. The leopard went back to the cave, but there were no cubs. She sniffed and she growled, "Man," she growled again. She ran, and she was sniffing the steps of the man until she came to his hut. And as she came to the hut, she stood on her hind legs, and she peeled off her skin. And inside that skin was a beautiful woman with very long dark hair, with dark eyes, fierce, dark eyes. She was beautiful. She peeled off her skin and hid it behind a tree, and she knocked on the hut. The hunter opened. "Who are you?" he asked. "I am sorry, but I am lost," she said. "It is dark, and I have nowhere to stay. Can I please stay here, just for the night?" "But yes, of course. Come in." And he let her in. "How very kind of you. I wish I could pay you," she said. "Well, I will think of something," grinned the man. And they talked and they drank together palm wine. And then after some time, the woman heard the whining of her cubs. "What is it? What is it that I hear?" "Ha! Those are the cubs. Those are the cubs that I will sacrifice tomorrow during the naming ceremony of my son." "Oh no, no, please, please don't kill the cubs." And she cried and she sobbed and she was said, "Stop it! Stop it! Get out of my hut, and don't you come back before you stop crying." And the lady left the hut, but she slipped back into her skin, and she returned back as a leopard. She leaped on to the man before he could take a knife, and she tore his throat. She took her cubs, and she went back to her cave. The next day, everybody was waiting. Everybody was waiting for the hunter. They were waiting for the naming ceremony to begin. But the hunter never went for the ceremony. And the people all asked, "But where is the hunter? Go and look for him. He must be in the hut. He said he would bring the cub and he would make the offering." But when they went to his hut, all they found was the dead body of the hunter, all ripped on the floor. That is how the villagers remembered the naming ceremony of his son. And that is how it is still remembered today. Indeed, that is how storytellers still say it today. Cruelty and payback. So this is the end of my story today. I do hope that you have enjoyed. Thank you very much for listening. Until the next story. Bye bye for now.